so much more alive. This movement, this emotion. So it's very purposeful that I'm offering myself the opportunity.
Check in. I'm not your room.
In AGM, the Passenger Consultative Committee, which is a little bit like transport focus. What happens if I'm a German speaker from Ostkantonen, in other words from Eupen and Zandvliet, those places which were German until 1919, although they're about to move to a new office in Brussels, very close to the central station actually.
For starting immediately, basically, from now for the next term.
Beer, yes, of course, beer. But also you could try Cubadons or red noses, Ghent nose. It's a very sweet candy which looks like the nose. You see in front of the bridge on the left hand side is a painting or a picture of a red nose. You can see it on this window over there. Yeah? The lower part, left hand side, that's a Ghent nose, a red nose. I'll tell you first about the most important person ever who was born in Ghent. This was the Emperor Charles V. Charles V, born in Ghent in the year 1500, living at the same time as Henry VIII of England. They met several times. But this emperor, he also became emperor of half of Europe. He was elected emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, which was the old name for Germany. He was also ruling Spain. His mother was Spanish. And even Malta, but Malta, he gave it away to the Knights of Malta. Give a country as a present. Yes, you can. At 800 years old. Built by a man named Philip d'Alsace. He was one of the counts of Flanders. He left for a crusade, and during this crusade, in the Middle East, he had seen a beautiful fortress, a wood stone fortress, that still exists today. It's named Kerk des Chevaliers. Nowadays you can find it in Syria. When he came back, 1180, he made this building of the Kerk des Chevaliers. It was used as a seat for the counts of Flanders, later a courthouse. Nowadays, a museum in Sweden, but if you go on top, you will also have a lovely view on the old city. This castle was only occupied once in history. It was not by foreign troops, but by Ghent students. Why? Well, if in Belgium you don't know the answer and you say beer, you're probably right. Because what happened? Price of a beer that increased with 1 Belgian franc, which is 2 cents. Now coming back once again to this Emperor Charles V, this man was living a very active life. What do I mean by that, an active life? Well, he had 39 recognized children, 39 children. Okay. A few days ago, somebody said to me, oh, the poor lady, she had to give birth 39 times. It wasn't like that, I suppose. You understand? This occupation of the castle is commemorated every year, always on the 16th of November, commemoration of the Battle of the Castle by the Ghent students. Here underneath the bridge at the right hand side you will see some bars, an old prison. Nowadays, bed and breakfast for pigeons. Here it is. Looking very small for a prison, yes. That's because it was only for one night. But then the very, very last one, this bridge here, is called the Decapitation Bridge, which was not by coincidence. So people who were sentenced to death in the castle and to spend their last night in this prison were executed next morning on this bridge or on the little square behind the building at the left-hand side. End of our tour. Hope you enjoyed it. I would like to thank you. Wish you a pleasant stay in Ghent. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Somebody wants a leaflet for our company. We also do, if you want to book for groups, it's possible as well. So we do more variety for groups. We do longer tours, 50, 60 minutes or so. An hour and a half. It's not a catering. We don't serve real dinners, but then we work together with restaurants and we bring the people to these restaurants. So first class carriage before
The freight traffic finished completely to Lenway. The line was ripped up. Out. The freight traffic finished completely to Lenway. The line was ripped up. The freight traffic finished completely to Lenway. The line was ripped up.